Hello! I'm Christine, and today we're going to be doing the unpopular, popular opinions book tag.
Drop it low, let me play that back.
Okay, so our first question today is our easiest question. A popular book or series that you didn't like? The number of times I've answered this question. Bum, bum, bum. The Maze Runner by Mr. James Dashner. Now, Mr. James Dashner is a lovely person, and these movies are fun and action-packed, but I did not like The Maze Runner, and I have a full book talk on it. You can watch and hear the reasons I didn't like it, because I had reasons, okay? I wasn't just like, I freaking hate this. Question 2 today is a harder one to answer. It's more like a popular book series that you love, but everyone else seems to hate. Now, I don't feel like I love a series that everyone hates. If you want to pull my old buddy Twilight into this, I mean, a big chunk of people hate Twilight, but a giant, huge mountain tidal wave of people love Twilight.
Haters gonna hate. Shake it off, I shake it off.
That doesn't really answer this question. The closest book/series that I can conclude right now is the Fifth Wave series, which I love. And a lot of people love the first book, but come the second book, a lot of people didn't like it. And I know the second book wasn't as good, but I still love that series. I still think that first book was brilliant and that this series is going brilliant places, and the second book just didn't need to be there. It could have been one giant end book, but they separated it and made people be like, I don't know, And the thing about the Fifth Wave is, it's a big mystery. All the different puzzle pieces moving around. Some people, when they're reading, they're like, I want to know exactly what's going on, like, right now, because, like, I don't understand. And the thing is, we have books like that. You're not supposed to understand. You're supposed to try to put it together. It's supposed to be a big puzzle that you're working on the whole time you read it. Not everything is handed to you on a silver platter. Hey, that's the point of reading this book, to figure it out. It's a big game. I love games. I am so excited for book 3, The Last Star. It's coming out 2016. She'll be coming around the mountain when we come. Question 3! A book with a love triangle where the character did not end up with the person that you wanted them to end up with. And that is the Delirium series, which I really, really enjoyed. The first 2 books of those Delirium series by Lauren Oliver. In the first book, our main protagonist falls in love with Alex. So it's Lena and Alex. And then the second book, we have Julian. I loved Julian. My OTP was Lena, and Julian, I felt that their relationship was more real, that they were better suited for each other. She ends up with the wrong guy. And I know a lot of people liked Alex, but I thought he was the easy love interest. He was the first person she ever allowed herself to look at like that. And it was pretty insta-lovey. Julian and Lena forever. Next, what is a popular genre that you hardly ever reach for? This is an interesting question because I read most things. Like, I'm pretty open. If it's a good book, I'm gonna add it to my TBR. But the books on my TBR that I find the hardest to pick up and start are high fantasy. Because fantasy is hard, you know? And a lot of times I just want to relax and I don't want to take the time to really learn and fall into this fantasy books. I have that urge in the back of my mind to be impatient. I don't want to sit here and just learn this new world, but you have to because it's worth it. And I know because I've read a lot of fantasy books, but not as many as a lot of other people because it's hard to push myself into that. But even the last book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, I haven't read it yet. I'm not ready to sit there and relearn the world. Like, I definitely procrastinate when it comes to reading high fantasy books. Question 5. A popular or beloved book character that you don't like. I think I've said this before. Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. Everyone's just in love with him. This pompous, arrogant, never says something that makes me feel connected to him in the entire book. And I don't get it. Even watching the movie, I'm like, why this guy? Don't worry, you can take Mr. Darcy to prom. I'll go grab Percy and we can be on our way. Question 6 is a popular author that you just can't seem to get into. F. Scott Fitzgerald, who wrote The Great Gatsby. There's something about the way this guy writes humans, writes just his characters, that just rubs me the wrong way. I read The Great Gatsby in more than one class, and I read some of his short stories in my classes, and I could tell when I'm reading it, I'm like, this feels like F. Scott Fitzgerald. And then I look and it is F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I'm like, This guy and his unrelatable characters, I cannot connect. They feel so cold and untouchable to me. I feel so separated from the story. I have trouble feeling sympathy for them. I have trouble feeling anything for them. Maybe because a lot of his stories focus on the negative qualities that we find within humanity. They're very focused on people's flaws, but I mean, people have redeeming qualities, man. Throw your characters a bone once in a while. Question 7 is a popular book trope that you are tired of seeing. Love triangle, the corrupt ruler, corrupt government, whatever. Now, I've thought about this one a lot, and I'm not sure that there's a trope in books that I'm tired of seeing. I mean, if you're tired of seeing that, you're reading too much of the same genre. You know, just dystopian is about having a corrupt government. So that's a trope you're gonna see in that book. That's just like, stop reading dystopian. Get out of that section, man. That's your problem. You're like eating the same sandwich over and over again and expecting it to be different. It's not gonna be different. You keep ordering the same fucking thing. Go to a different restaurant. So how would I answer this question now? I guess for me right now, what I'm tired of, and this is more in the movies than in books, but when they change book to movie adaptations to just include this trope when they didn't include it in the book, that is making our main protagonist the chosen one. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Divergent. What the heck? This Chris is the chosen one bullshit. There is no chosen one in Divergent. This is not Harry Potter. This is not like an epic hero trope. One can't live while the other survives. No. No, this is a dystopian society. And this girl just happens to have the balls and the means to do something about it. But there are other people just like her that could do the same thing if they wanted to. Sorry, I have some pent-up rage about the Divergent movies. Moving on. What is a popular series that you have no interest in reading? Well, other than The Maze Runner, a series that I really have no interest in reading anymore is the Game of Thrones series. And now hear me out. I know it's great, but I'm watching the show. I love the show. It is so well done in so many ways. This past season wasn't the best. You can't expect every show to be fantastic every single season, but you can expect that when they dip down, they're gonna try to pull their asses back up to where they were before. Game of Thrones is fantastic, and if you haven't watched it yet, it's great. But I'm not gonna read the books because they're like really, really big. It's gonna prevent me from reading so many other books. And why would I do that when I have the show? And our final question today, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie. But what movie or TV show is better than the book? This is hard because the shows that I prefer to their books, I mean, I haven't actually read those books, so I can't technically say that the show is better than the books. I'm pretty confident that the Vampire Diaries show is better than those books. I've only heard things about the books and the show, at least 5 seasons of it. So good! That, my friends, is the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Woo! One more thing today though. My new shirts came in! If you're not aware and you're kind of new here, I have my own bookish merch shop, the polandbananasBOOKS.com, where I sell bookish shirts and sweatshirts and sweatpants, and my new design is here! It's Game of Thrones inspired, and I've wanted to do a Game of Thrones inspired shirt for so long since I'm obsessed with the Game of Thrones TV show. And it says, House Bookslayer. And it has this awesome House Bookslayer art. Isn't it cool? And then underneath it, you know how every house has like a slogan? Like House Targaryen, blood and water. House Lannister, we always pay our debts. The Bookslayer slogan is, we can sit in one position for long periods of time. You know, because we read. Get it? And then on the back, all book snobs must die. Look at it! The art was done by this wonderful artist I know, Rachel of Raven Soul Design. There are links to her in the description if you want to look at any of her other art. The colors are Gryffindor inspired. I hope you like it. This is the girl t-shirt. This is a small that I'm wearing. Or there's the man t-shirts, which anyone can wear, but it's not fitted. It's like a unisex t-shirt. And cozy sweatshirt form. They're all available on my website, which is the polandbananasBOOKS.com. I'll leave the link to the shop right in the description. And I also still have my 4 other designs where you're just gonna read. I am Book Lion, Queen of Book Jungle. Mundane Fools, it's never just a book. And I got 99 problems in which book to read is a lot of them. If you're gonna buy anything or if you have bought anything in the past, just know that I really, really, really appreciate it. Like, seeing someone wearing my shirt at any of these book events makes me so happy. I mean, if I've seen you, you know that like I'll run up and like attack you with a hug because I get so excited. It just means so much to me. If you're not interested in buying them, that's totally okay. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting my content and commenting. I love you guys. If you like the new shirt design, please let me know. I'm really excited about it. And if you have any unpopular opinions, or if you agree with any of my unpopular opinions, please let me know. I am Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. I'll see you next time. Bye!